What's up, Jordyn?
Oh, not much. What's up with you, Brad?
Living the dream, surviving the nightmare.
Beautiful.
So what do you got for us tonight?
Okay, so we have a bunch of birthdays to touch on. It's a popular day. It was the day of bassists, I learned in doing my research. All the bassists.
Do you hear that, Seth? It's all the bassist birthdays.
All about that bass, no treble.
No trouble.
And so we kick it off with Tom McGuinness, guitarist and vocalist for Manfred Mann, who had the 1964 single Do Wha Diddy.
Yes.
Was born in 1941. So he is our old fossil today. And then Rick Savage, bass player for Def Leppard, was born in 1960. Nate Mendel, bassist for Foo Fighters. This guy, he's been all over the place. So Foo Fighters, The Jealous Sound, Sunny Day Real Estate, The Fire Theft, the list went on and on. 1968. So he has bassed for everyone. And Canadian singer and songwriter Nelly Furtado. She's like a bird. 1978.
She's like a bird, huh?
Yes.
He only flies away.
Yeah.
Bored.
Let me see. I might have written that. Maybe it is Christ Wolstenholme.
Oh, well, I'm
No,
glad that
it was
you've
either
done
Chris or Christ. I think
you've
it's
done your homework.
Anyway, I had to include him because bassist
Christ.
for Muse. Is it Chris?
Chris.
Okay, so I typed it wrong. I can't type. Chris. Sorry, Chris. Love you. For the
Christ.
Muse.
With a T.
Oh, it is Christ.
Chris.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, clarification from my manager. 1978, pop singer diva Britney Spears was born in 1981. Tal Wilkenfeld, bass guitarist who had gained worldwide attention after performing alongside some of rock and jazz music's most notable artists, including Jeff Beck. So he was born in 1986. And last but not least, our baby birthday, Charlie Puth. He is the American singer and songwriter, best known for writing and singing on Wiz Khalifa's single, See You Again. He was born in 1991.
Also for the Subway commercials.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's pretty big now.
Yeah. Making a splash in the Subway.
Yeah.
$5.
He's got a foot long.
Did he replace?
That's what she said.
Wow. Did he replace Jared?
I think he
I
did.
hope so.
I think he did.
Hopefully he doesn't follow Jared's footsteps.
Yeah, true.
Footsteps, foot-long steps.
Or hand steps.
Okay. Dads, calm down.
No more more handprints.
And then on this day in our music history, in 1957, Al Pretty, a DJ on KEX radio station in Portland, was fired after playing Elvis Presley's version of White Christmas. The station management said it was not in the spirit we associate with Christmas, direct quote. So
how provocative Elvis Presley was that he couldn't even sing White Christmas and have it played on the radio.
I
back
know.
then.
I found that
Wow.
quite not too long ago, 1957.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, just like,
a couple
Just
years
around the
ago.
corner.
Yeah, just yesterday. In
Where were you in 1957, Jordan?
Dreamland. And then in 1967, the Monkees celebrated their fourth album to sell over 1 million copies. So they had a smash.
Hey, we're the Monkees.
Yeah.
People say he's monkey around.
Davy Jones.
He was a nice man. Did I ever tell you he was one of my neighbors?
You've never mentioned that, Derek. Not one time.
Great man. I lived next to him in Indiantown.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Really?
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones.
The Davy Jones?
The Davy Jones.
Holy moly.
You have a fun Davy Jones story, too.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I tell it 1,000 times.
Yeah, you have.
That's about Davy Jones' locker, though.
That may be.
Oh, goodness. And then in 1969, Cindy Birdsong of the Supremes was kidnapped at knife point by a maintenance man who worked in her building she lived in. She later escaped unharmed by jumping out of his car on the San Diego freeway. The kidnapper was arrested in Las Vegas 4 days later.
Wow.
Crazy tale, right?
That is a crazy tale.
Poor thing. And then in 1978, Neil Diamond and Barbra Streisand's You Don't Bring Me Flowers was at #1 on the U.S. singles charts. A radio station engineer had spliced the two versions together, so Neil's and Barbara's version, and got such a great response from it that the station added it to their playlist. When Neil Diamond was told about it, he decided to re-record the song with Streisand herself, and within weeks of its release, the single went to #1 in the US and #5 in the UK. So that's kind of cool.
It is a good song. It's a good song.
And fun that he found out, so they mashed them actually together,
thank
recorded
goodness for
it.
that. Thank goodness for that disc jockey that,
Yeah.
I mean,
May never
mashed
have
stuff
been.
up.
May never have been. And then in 1983, MTV aired the first full 14-minute version of Michael Jackson's Thriller video for the first
Whoa.
time.
I was
Wait.
born then.
Oh, no, I don't have it. I took it out.
Oh,
No sound bites for Thriller.
darn it. You'll have to imagine. And then in 2003, Darkness singer Justin Hawkins was held for 2 hours at JFK Airport. New York police mistook him for a wanted man who had the same name and looks. The police only agreed to let him go after Justin's fiance and manager produced a tour schedule to provide that he was in England on the 4th of July when the crime was committed. Dun, dun.
It sounds like something from Clue.
Yeah.
It really does.
Isn't that crazy? Hope he wasn't planning on being anywhere important when he landed.
He just had a concert to do.
Yeah, right? No
Just-
big deal. Just
just-
trying to go home. And,
Yep.
and then we have a few departures to touch on today. Yes.
No.
I know. I figured I'd make it its own little category this week. In 1982, folk singer David Blue died of a heart attack at the age of 41 while jogging in New York's Washington Square Park. A member of Bob Dylan's Thunder Review during the late 70s. He also wrote Outlaw
Reading
Man.
is hard.
Fundamental.
Especially when you write it yourself.
Yeah, right? Gosh, I think I need someone else to write this for me. He also wrote Outlaw Man, covered by the Eagles. And then in 2001, Valerie Jones, a singer making up 1/3 of the sister group, the Jones Girls, who sang backup for Lou Reed, Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin, died at the age of 45.
Oh,
Wow, that's really young.
Yeah. And then in 2006, David Mount, the drummer with Mud, died in London. In 2008, American singer, actress, guitarist, songwriter, and a civil and human rights activist, Odetta, died of heart disease at the age of 77. Martin Luther King Jr. called her the Queen of American folk music.
Wow.
Yes, she had quite the list of titles, didn't she?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. And then in 2009, Scottish songwriter, lyricist, vocalist, producer, pianist, and co-creator of the Alan Parsons Project, Eric Wolfson, died from kidney cancer at the age of 64.
she said pianist.
I did?
Pianist. Yeah,
Oh,
you said
pianist. Wow. Okay. Yes. And that concludes the Jordy
The
Files.
Jordy Files.
Thank you for bearing with me, everybody. We approve this message.